So, something that I've been giving a great amount of thought to over the past week, at least, no, maybe even a little longer, is how easily people give in to anger. With voting, I saw my sticker on. I voted this past weekend. With voting happening and with the multitudes of different opinions and directions and things going on in everyone's lives right now, I feel like anger is something that's easy. It's something easy that people can run to that I don't necessarily agree with. And I'll tell you why I don't agree with anger. I don't agree with anger because anger is never really productive. I think the only time I've ever seen anger be productive is in the gym. And I don't even think necessarily it's productive then. Because while anger might get you to pound out that next rep, while anger might push you to train harder than you typically would, you don't get the same conscious effort with anger. So your form sucks when you're angry. Like, I say this about myself. My form sucks when I'm angry. So if I'm deadlifting or I'm benching or bicep curls, whatever, if I'm angry and doing it, typically my form sucks because I want to take out my aggression on the weight. And that's not a bad thing. Like, that's not a bad thing at all. A lot of people use the gym for therapy. The gym's therapy for me. But this kind of transcends all through life. Not just the gym. I'm talking about across the board. Like, typically your form's not well. Your form's not right when you're working off of anger. It's a very, very dangerous place to be, to allow anger to decide the way you approach a situation, approach a person, approach anything, because your form going into that is never going to be okay. You're going to come off aggressive, you're going to come off, and a lot of times, hypocritical. There's going to be multitudes of issues with how you come off when you come off in anger. If you are angry about something, man, cool down. Before you approach it, the CEO of a company I'm affiliated with, he always uses the term cool mind. He's like, approach this with a cool mind. Don't jump right into it. Think about it with a cool head or a cool mind. He says that over and over again. And I used to think it was a comical term, but now that, like, been getting a little bit wiser, I understand what that means and what cool head is really about. It means make sure you're not making harsh, brash decision making without without the headspace to do so. And that's why I'm saying, like, make sure you're not approaching things in anger. The election, like, there's people boarding up their businesses with the fear of what's going to happen at the end of the election today. Today being the last day of election, which when this video uploads, it'll be Wednesday, so we'll be on the other side of that. But that's one thing that I think is super scary, that our world right now is so in tune with approaching things in anger. And for whatever reason, it's kind of been viewed to be okay, and it shouldn't be okay. We should always approach everything with a cool mind, with a with a forward-thinking view, with the intent of creating better, not with the intent of imposing our will. You know, there are times and places for imposing your will. On your diet, impose your will. On your gym etiquette, impose your will. On the way you want to, you know, live your life, impose your will, because your will is what guides your life, but you can't use your will against other people, because that's the beauty of the way God created us all. We all have our own free will to do and choose however we please. Slow to anger, slow to speech, quick to listen. Those are, like, not just Christian values, but just flat out good advice. I make this statement a lot of times to a lot of people that are like, well, I don't worship God, I'm not a Christian, ... whatever. I mean, okay, that's fine. You don't gotta be, and I would never try to get you to side with me or get you to cross that bridge. But some Christian values are just good values. Like, they're not values that you have to worship God with. Like, you can believe in these things and follow these things without following God, because it's just good advice. Never operate out of anger, because like I said, anger, man, your form will always be wrong. That's all I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to hear in the comments. Regardless on where you're watching this video at, because I post this thing to multiple platforms all over the place. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys want to hear, or what kind of topics you want me to cover. I'm always interested in, you know, somebody else's thoughts on things that they want to talk about, or want me to talk about specifically, or my viewpoint. So man, don't be afraid to give me a comment, send me a message, whatever. Alright, I'm out.